Hello everyone! Today, let's dive into a fantastic book together, The Joy of Less by Francine Jay. Francine is an expert in decluttering and a best-selling author who has been featured on major media outlets like CNN, BBC, Chicago Tribune, The Guardian, and Financial Times. The Joy of Less is a guide that uses minimalist thinking to help you achieve maximum happiness and contentment. It also provides easy-to-follow steps to declutter every room in your house. What can we gain from this book? It helps us identify what truly matters to us. We live in an era of overproduction and overconsumption, where useless items are manufactured at an alarming rate and waste piles up just as quickly. To combat materialism, we must ask ourselves, do we own too many things? The answer is likely yes, and you might soon realize that many of the things you own, you don't actually need. Next, you'll learn how to determine which items to keep and which to let go of. You'll learn how to adopt a minimalist mindset, which not only helps relieve stress but also eases the burden on your wallet. However, the most important revelation comes after you've carefully examined your possessions. You'll discover that life's treasures aren't necessarily the things you own, but rather the material-free aspects of life. In this book, you'll learn how to reduce your dependency on possessions, understand what minimalism represents, and even discover the wonders of baking soda. First, categorize your belongings into 3 types: useful, beautiful, and sentimental. Useful items include all things functional and practical. Obviously, these are the essentials needed for survival, such as clothing, water, shelter, and food. Additionally, they include items that make our lives easier, like beds, pens, laptops, and dishes. Beautiful items are those that bring us profound satisfaction and should be a part of our lives. Sentimental items remind us of important people, places, and events. Before you can become a minimalist and start decluttering, you need to reduce your dependency on material things. Here's an example that illustrates the practicality of minimalist living. Imagine a fire alarm goes off in the middle of the night. Is your first reaction to grab your laptop, important documents, and photos? Of course not. The most important thing is your safety and the safety of others living with you. In other words, your health and happiness are not dependent on things. Although we all appreciate beautiful and sentimental items, it's crucial to view them through a minimalist, non-attachment lens. Only by understanding this can you begin to properly clean your space and learn to cherish what truly deserves to be cherished. And when it comes to decluttering, the art of minimalism can be a great help. We've already explored how to develop a minimalist mindset, so now let's move on to how we can apply this in practical terms. Now, let's put these ideas into practice. The next step is to declutter our spaces using the art of minimalism, which is divided into 2 parts. Today, we'll focus on the first part, which includes 5 key points. Firstly, starting fresh. This means looking at your room, your fridge, or any item as if you're seeing it for the first time. It's about gaining a new perspective on your belongings. Secondly, trash, treasure, and transfer. When you're organizing an area, like a drawer or a storage cabinet, Categorize items into trash, treasure, and transfer. Dirty clothes, expired makeup, and junk mail go into the trash pile. Useful, beautiful, and sentimental items belong in the treasure pile. Remember, in this pile, you should only keep items that are display-worthy, beautiful, and sentimental. Items that are no longer useful to you should go into the transfer pile. Resist the urge to keep these items thinking you might use them someday. Thirdly, reasons for keeping. When you decide to keep an item in the treasure pile, ask yourself if there's a compelling reason to keep it. This helps prevent unnecessary clutter. Fourthly, a place for everything. Consider how often you use an item. Is it daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, or even less frequently? This will help you determine where to store it. Frequently used items like notebooks, computers, and toothbrushes should be kept within easy reach, in what I like to call the core circle. Less frequently used items like specialty cooking tools and cleaning supplies can be stored further away, such as under the bed or on high shelves in cabinets. Deep storage areas like basements or garages are ideal for storing backup supplies, Christmas decorations, and old files. Fifthly, clear all surfaces. Keep all surfaces like desks, kitchen counters, and coffee tables clean and tidy. A cluttered surface can distract you and prevent you from working efficiently or preparing meals effectively. That covers the first part of the art of minimalism. Next, let's delve into the second part, which helps you control the quantity of your possessions. This includes modules, limits, one in, one out, minimize, and routine maintenance. Let's explore these concepts one by one. First, modules. This refers to a group of items with similar functions, like a first aid kit. When you need a bandage, you know it's in the first aid kit in the bathroom cabinet. After you've categorized all your items, it's time to eliminate the excess. Ask yourself if you really need 63 pens when realistically you only use about 5. Consolidate and reduce your items to prevent clutter. Color-coded labels and tags on drawers, shelves, boxes, and plastic organizers can help you categorize items effectively. Second, limits. You need to set limits on the number of items you keep. These can be clutter-free and more manageable. For instance, you might decide to limit the number of books you keep, only holding on to your favorites and transferring the rest. You could give them to friends, family, or donate them to charity. Alternatively, instead of buying stacks of paper books, you might opt to borrow from the library or invest in an e-reader. Third, one in, one out. Have you ever bought a new item to replace an old one but ended up not discarding the old item? The rule here is simple: for every new item you bring into your home, an old one should go out. This prevents accumulation and keeps your space manageable. Fourth, minimize. Minimizing means using as few products as possible to accomplish as many tasks as possible. For example, a multi-purpose cleaner is a great choice because it reduces the need to store multiple cleaning products. Fifth, routine maintenance. Maintaining a minimalist home environment requires daily upkeep. Commit to discarding one item each day to prevent clutter from building up again. Now, you're ready to organize your bedroom and wardrobe to create a comfortable resting area. We've just explored the principles of decluttering. Now let's put theory into practice, starting with your home, one room at a time. Begin with the bedroom. Your task is to clear the clutter and transform your bedroom into a quiet, relaxing space. According to the decluttering method, first categorize items into trash, treasure, and transfer. In the trash pile, include anything in the bedroom that lacks visual or functional value, such as unused exercise equipment. The bedroom's primary functions are for sleeping and storing clothes, so items like an alarm clock and the book you're currently reading should go into the treasure pile. Items like toys, crafts, and knickknacks should be considered for transfer. Either move them to another room or think about donating them. Next, minimize by reducing the items in your bedroom to the bare essentials. The author and her husband have only a bed in their bedroom. They moved all their grooming items to the bathroom, so there's no need for a vanity table in the bedroom anymore. You can also declutter your wardrobe, which can help save you time, money, and reduce stress. Start by removing all items from your wardrobe until every drawer and hanger is empty. Then categorize items into trash, treasure, and transfer. This will help you decide how to handle each piece of clothing. If necessary, try on the clothes. This method can help you make decisions. Anything that can't be mended, like a shirt with a large tear, should go into the trash pile. Clothes that enhance your style and flatter your figure should go into the treasure pile. Make a list of clothes needed for different occasions, such as work, exercise, and social events, then make judgments accordingly. Remember, fashion trends change rapidly, and your wardrobe might be filled with outdated clothes. If you want to keep up with trends, you'll need to apply the one-in, one-out method from decluttering principles. When you splurge on a fancy new suit, don't forget to discard the old one you no longer wear. Next, organize the living room and study to maximize space and enhance work efficiency. What does your living room look like now? Are your books and toys just scattered on the floor and tables? We need to ensure the living room is now ready to tackle the living room, where you and your family and friends spend a lot of time. It's essential to create a space for entertainment here. To maximize the use of your living room space, the first question you need to answer is, what is the reason for keeping each item? The author of the book and her husband, while living abroad, found they didn't need a sofa or a TV in their living room. They rarely entertained guests at home, and most of their evenings and weekends were spent outside the city. For them, a coffee table and a couple of coasters were sufficient. Next, you should create modules for different activities instead of having all items jumbled together. You can store different items in plastic storage bins and label them accordingly, such as for painting, knitting, etc. Modules not only allow you to quickly find what you need for different activities, but also make cleaning easier. You should also try to keep all surfaces clean to create a safe, stress-free area for you and your children. Kids need plenty of space to run and explore. If books and toys are scattered all over the floor, it can be very dangerous. After organizing the living room, you can move on to the study, which can help improve your work efficiency. Start by digitizing all your documents, such as letters, greeting cards, bills, etc. This will help you reduce the amount of paper in the room. Investing in a scanner can reduce your paper usage. You can also replace paper bills with online bank statements and subscribe to digital newspapers. To keep your desk tidy and avoid piles of paper, you need to maintain it regularly. Papers can quickly accumulate, so it's crucial to organize and scan all documents regularly. Remember, anything that is not useful should not be kept. After you've organized the living room and study, you can create a practical kitchen and a relaxing bathroom by eliminating unnecessary items. Have you ever looked through a kitchen catalog or walked through a showroom and wished your kitchen could be as neat and functional? By following a minimalist approach, you can have the kitchen of your dreams. To improve your kitchen, start by removing excess items. Categorize your items into trash, treasure, and transfer to decide which items are essential and which are not. When was the last time you checked the expiration dates of food in your pantry and fridge? Expired food should go into the trash pile. Frequently used items like rice cookers or electric kettles should go into the treasure pile. Excess storage containers or items you won't use in the future, like the fondue set from 6 years ago, should be considered for transfer. Why not give these items to someone who can use them? You can also donate excess packaged or canned food to charity or a soup kitchen. Similarly, a minimalist approach can help you create a relaxing atmosphere in the bathroom. First, streamline your daily habits and reduce the items you need to keep in the bathroom. Toothbrushes, toothpaste, and towels are daily necessities and should go into the treasure pile. To reduce excess items, consider using multi-purpose products. For example, by adding a little water to baking soda, you can use it to exfoliate, remove makeup, or condition your hair. If space is limited, you can also move items to the core circle, the peripheral circle, or deep storage areas. Items in the treasure pile need to be easily accessible, so you can place them in the core circle. Less frequently used items such as nail clippers and first aid kits can be placed in the peripheral circle. Deep storage areas can be used to store bulk purchases like toilet paper. In addition to your own efforts, family involvement is crucial for maintaining a minimalist home. By now, you've established a minimalist mindset and have made your rooms clean and tidy through decluttering techniques. The next step is to involve your family members. To maintain a minimalist home, the participation of the entire family is essential. For example, you can set an example for your children by showing them that life doesn't have to revolve around material possessions, and naturally, they will learn from their parents. You need to ensure that your children learn the right behaviors and avoid bad habits, such as spending entire weekends shopping or becoming obsessed with material possessions. Additionally, avoid stuffing too many items into closets and drawers. For parents, leading by example is incredibly valuable. For instance, the author's 3-year-old child told her that he didn't need many toys, just sunshine was enough. That moment was one of the proudest for the author. Another way to involve your family is to invite them to join your organizing efforts. Together, you can clean out the basement or garage, not only increasing efficiency but also fostering a sense of accomplishment and bonding as you reminisce about the past. You can also assign a specific storage space for each family member, making them responsible for their own items. Choose a time, such as after dinner or before bed, and have everyone put their things back in their places during this period. If you stick to this routine daily, this collective activity will become a routine task and won't take more than 10 minutes. Decluttering isn't an overnight action, nor will clutter disappear in an instant. However, by forming a minimalist mindset and applying decluttering techniques, you can experience a new and beautiful way of life. Now, let's recap the content of this book. The first step in pursuing a minimalist lifestyle is to categorize your items into useful, beautiful, and sentimental, thereby reducing your dependency on possessions. Then, you can put your minimalist ideas into practice using decluttering techniques. After accomplishing these, along with maintaining routine upkeep, you'll free up more space and energy to focus on what truly matters. The author suggests that when organizing items, you can imagine yourself permanently moving abroad. If you were about to move abroad permanently, would you take a broken guitar or a moldy teddy bear? By considering such scenarios, you can determine which items should be kept and which should be discarded. With such constraints, you'll be forced to consider the practicality, durability, and significance of each item to you. Well, that's The Joy of Less by Francine Jay. I hope you've enjoyed our journey through this book together.